What is up, everybody? How's it going? What's going on? Still sick, but I refuse to let this sickness keep me from playing this game. Just think of it this way, right? You just get me with different voices throughout the playthrough. This is just another one of those voices, just a little nasally, just a little goopy. Yeah, I think of goopy, guys. That's exactly what I want to really thinking about. Either way, guys, we just cleared all the way through the farmland. We're gonna go into the city. I'm very excited to see what's inside the city.
You showed up at a bad time.
Really?
Word of advice, give a wide berth to the governor's manor. Giatta's about to tear that poor man a new one.
Giatta?
One of our animancers. She's bright as a spark, but a mite confrontational. She came storming up the hill with a wheelbarrow full of spoiled crops. Then the shouting started.
Animancers fighting? This I have to see.
This isn't the first time Giatta's put the governor in his place, but it might be the last.
So she's let's see. How are y'all faring against the Dream Scourge?
Not well, apparently. Giatta says it's infected the farms, and every day it gets harder to doubt her.
Just take a blessed day look outside. Doesn't take a genius to see this place is rolling downhill.
The governor's manor is on the far side of town. You can't miss it. Just follow the sound of foul language.
I
Okay.
was hoping to get some local curses.
Looking forward to seeing what it looks like when animancers fight.
Yeah, if I'm being honest, I don't think getting...
Calvzone said he'd never seen anything like it.
Oh, I bet.
I don't think getting in the way of two people that can mess with your souls is the best way to go about surviving, really, just in general. That feels like a the fast track way to die is to get in the middle of two people that go, yeah, we can just mess with your soul. And you're just like, huh? Guys, my reason for maybe tolerating the paladins is here, but I get the good feeling or the bad feeling. She's here to tell me, yo, we're here to do some bad stuff. Hello?
Ah, the Emperor's envoy. Come to interfere in Steel Garrote business again?
Let's see. That depends. Are you doing something that requires my interference?
Certainly not. Besides, I have no more business in Fior. If you're here to speak with Vidaro, I'm afraid you'll find the governor is quite beyond reason. These Valians and their love of animancy.
Oh my god, guys. I feel like that's too agreeable. That feels confrontational, and here's the deal, guys. I feel like, Ludwin, you cannot save, okay? I feel like if you side with the rebellion, you are just hard determined to fight her at some point. Captain Alfira, I think we might be able to diplomacy to be like, hey, your paladin leader, Ludwin, she was freaking insane, bro. I mean, did you see her eyes? They're literally made of fire. Like, I mean, nothing, that don't, I mean, does that not scream of problematic maybe to you? I don't suppose the Valians, I suppose the Valians don't like the adherents telling them their own business.
If their experiments are affecting Adheran interests, this is our business. And when the time comes, the Steel Garrote will be ready to ensure the safety of those interests.
What are you talking about, lady?
We all have our part to play, envoy.
Yeah, and y'all's the
Until
villains.
later.
You're just gonna...
She's as subtle as a broadside.
Yeah.
Does subtle mean something different outside of Solace?
Oh my god, guys. The Steel Garrote are just, they're problems. They're real, they're a real problem, okay? Oh, new bounty board. Hello, Martella.
And all godlike. I've heard whispers that one of your kind was here in the Living Lands. It is a pleasure to meet you. In case it wasn't clear, I'm the point of contact for anyone with bounties to turn in. So return to me if you have any to claim.
What's your role in Fior?
Officially, I am one of the many researchers here. My specialty is in the anatomy of the many species of Eora.
Why are you here instead of researching?
If you must know, Vulpinet, these bounties are more pressing than my research. Someone had to be chosen to man the board. That person happens to be me. At least some of these bounties result in interesting specimens to study.
I'll return when I have bounties to collect.
I hope to see you soon.
Okay, we won't make the mistake of spamming these because the other bounty master made a comment on every one of these. Beldurano. A reward will be for killing the earth blight known as Beldurano. A number of rangers and settlers perished in a natural disaster, and now their souls are bound together in agony, incarnated as the blight. Please put them out of their misery. Oh my god.
Oh, those poor souls. Please bring them peace, Saimiko. Becoming part of a blight is not a fate I would wish upon my worst enemy.
The Trantons? Okay, so these are... A reward will be for killing the notorious Tranton bandit gang located in the Western Forest. These outlaws are responsible for a number of raids on outlying farms. Someone needs to ensure these raids come to an end for good.
Oh, the Trentons. A bunch of butzos, if you ask me. But they are dangerous, I'll admit. Watch yourself out there.
Old Nuna. Oh, nice. Another bear, guys. A reward will be given for killing an ancient and dangerous bear that has taken up residence within the grotto. Some citizens familiar with the region's history recognize this bear as Old Nuna, a beast responsible for the death of many rangers.
Be careful with Old Nuna. I have a theory that her longevity and hardiness are due to an inordinate suffusion of essence.
Okay. Ooh, this thing looks interesting. Delumgan. A reward will be given for killing a group of Delumgan within the Western Forest. They've been acting more aggressively, attacking rangers on patrol. The research is on the field.
Those Delumgan. They are not evil, it is just in their nature to push back against the expansion of civilization. Still, survival of the fittest and all that, ne?
Flesia's dispatch. Sansa, a cartographer at Parity, has reported his assistant Flesia missing in the Emerald Stair. A reward will be offered for the return of Flesia's cartographic notes. Below is her last correspondence posted to provide clues to her whereabouts. Good day to you, Sansa. I hope this letter finds you well. I am pleased to report new progress on my charts of the Emerald Stair. I have taken up near a curious ruin that the locals call Naku Tedak. Godless, perhaps? I will note it. Such architecture I have never seen. I know I should be diligent and focus on my work, but I cannot help worrying that my presence here is a burden. Though the Fiorans welcomed me warmly, it is clear they have fallen on hard times, and I hope to finish this quickly. I am yet another mouth to feed. Kind regards, Flesia. No comment. Okay. Bounty. Zerps. A reward will be given for killing some Zerps that have taken up residence at an abandoned farm northwest of Fior. If those farms would be reclaimed, the Zerps need to be driven away. No comment on that one either. Okay. Oh. Oh, shop. Ooh. I feel short. This doorway is so big it makes me feel like I'm crouched. Like.
Can I interest you in some glaive berries or Barrett's bells, perhaps?
Hello.
Welcome to Poria in Velino, the finest legitimate apothecary of Emerald Stair.
How's business going?
5 summers ago, business was thriving. But now charlatans are selling crystals and essence enlargers in the streets. Add rumors of Dreamscourge and everyone is buying from these swindlers. At least you've come in.
You could profit by selling such products yourself too. People are scared and want reassurance, that's all.
I know, I wish they'd trust my expertise. But with medicine, there are no easy answers. At least I don't have to convince you.
Yeah, I'm pretty smart. Oh my god, guys. Hey, if you're a spellcaster and you need some grimoires, man. Oh, wow. This place is stacked. I'm not gonna buy anything, but it's good to know.
Ingredients are fully stocked.
Nice. I'm just gonna come rob your bedroom. That's what I do in this game. Beautiful Hector. I write with this I write this without hope, knowing you'll never see it. Every day I come into your tea shop, watch as your lips muttering about the noise and complain about contention. Yet the only contention I feel is within my heart. I order your tea, sit in the corner as you serve other customers, but you never notice. I imagine what has captured your thoughts each time. You lose focus and stare at the wall with a blank expression. Each time I wish you looked at me. Wait, each time I wish that it was me you looked at with those glazed, blurry eyes. Forever your magpie, I breathe. Dude, this whole place is just horny. Everybody here is just horny. I mean, we've been here like an hour total, and all I have heard of is, dang man, essence enlargers? Yo, you trying to smash? Oh my god. I don't feel like I need to steal that food. To be honest, I'm not going to.
If only we had these in the tusks.
Genuine healing crystals, purest in all of Eora.
Something tells me he's not honest.
They do such lovely work here, don't they?
Hang on. I know you from Solace, right?
I'm afraid I don't know who you are. Just as you don't know who I am.
You're blessed a mad. I remember you. I got you.
So, we understand each other then. I never thought the world of animancy could be so varied and fascinating. I can make use of so much of this equipment.
You have a mane, fellow. I'm in awe. So, I'm always amazed by animancy.
As am I. If only my people shared such views too. Can you imagine? If you see anyone else from Sole's Keep, just do me a favor and don't tell them you saw me.
I'll keep your secret.
Thank you. I wouldn't want my fellow wardens to misunderstand.
Of
But
course.
we still don't even know why you're here.
You know what I mean. And Marius, it was good to see you. May you find all you're looking for and more. Please don't tell anyone you saw me here.
Rejuvenate and revitalize your personal essence. Pure crystals dug from the soil of Emerald
Can't talk to
State.
him. Is this door open? It does. Quilisi's house. Well, that's journal 1. That's journal 2. Where's journal 1? That's journal 3. Where's journal 1? You're just not gonna give me the first journal? Bro, I'm gonna be reading it out of order. What is this? Quilisi's journal 2. The crop is ruined. There's no denying it now. The dream scourge has come to the Emerald Stair. Vidaro insists Vidaro insists on feigning ignorance. He wants to prevent panic, but we are losing precious time. Lives could be lost. What's more, Giada has become restless in Fior. I must remind myself that I once found myself aching for the promise of something greater. I can still hear Yatzli's voice the first night at Naku Tidak. Our future is a blaze of risk. Isn't that beautiful? Wonderful? Why did I say beautiful? But this time I cannot run. Vidaro cares little for animancy or legacy. His comfort is king. I keep asking myself what the point of all this is. All the point of this is if we abandon animancy at the first sign of struggle. Oh my lord. Sorry guys. Again, I'm sick, but we're pushing through it. Quilisi's journal 3. I fear for the worst. For days now, Giada and I passed the gates before sunrise to record the essence in Emerald Stair soil. The results are erratic and unpredictable. The crop, once green and plentiful, is wilted and smells of decay. Wildlife shows signs of strain. A bear emerged from hibernation months early, completely rabid. We found several sparrows fallen on the floor, dead without any sign of attack or cause. The symptoms of a larger disease. Oh, here's the first one. Today, Talu approached me at the market, a bundle of greens in hands. At first, I thought his crops had withered with the usual rot, but upon further inspection, the mold shimmered with a strange gloss. I brought the bundle back to my shop for immediate testing. Okay. That person wasn't there. Hello.
Oh, you startled me. This old woman can get lost in prayer from time to time. You must be the Adiran envoy I've been hearing about. Apologies for any hardships you may have experienced getting here. The failing crops, the strange beasts, and even the dream scourge are all the result of our neglect of the dead.
Really now? What are the okay, well, can I, okay, I wanna ask you about that. I doubt it's your fault, but if it is, you no, what prayer were you just reciting now?
I was calling on the spirits of the recently dead to follow the guidance of Bareth, god of death. I am asking the spirits to forgive us for our negligence and continue on their way without anger. The dead of Fior expect certain rituals to be carried out. I have failed to perform those rituals, and now the spirits are angry.
Fior's problems couldn't possibly, nah, it's probably not it. What if we carried out your rituals in your stead?
Are you volunteering us to hang out in a graveyard?
Maybe, Kai? I mean,
If you would, that would simply be wonderful.
I'm just trying to be helpful,
I wouldn't
man.
know how to thank you. Our recent dead require a final meal to ease their passage from life. Without it, they can't rejoin the cycle.
You've got people waiting in line for their next meal, and you want to waste food on the dead?
I got food from the grain merchant stores. I just need someone to leave it at the graves. The dead will take it from there.
Flesh and bone, they bring the fruit to those who cannot eat. What tree calls for its branches to endure these rituals?
Oh, wow, okay. This seems like a waste of food when the rest of the town is starving.
I had to take the food. The fate of Fior depends on it. I know Elena would understand how important it is to pay tribute to the dead.
Oh my god, okay. Here's the deal. I'm gonna go in it and look at it in the way that, the problem here is the dream scourge, not the fact that she hasn't fed these freaking spirits, okay? Now, while feeding the spirits may lead to a good ending, I mean, we should be probably feeding the living people first, because here's the deal. You feed these spirits, people die, and then you got more spirits to feed, and you don't got the food for it, you know what I'm saying? Feeding the living should outweigh the needs of the dead.
But this does help the living. By appeasing the dead, we end the dangers their anger caused. The crops will grow again. The dream scourge will end. All will be well once more.
Unfortunately, only I can end the dream scourge, so please sit down. Okay. What do you need us to do?
You must take these offerings of food and place them at 3 grave sites where the recently dead lay. The first offering goes to a cliffside grave on the southern coast.
Whose body rests there?
Loggers from the old days. They sacrificed themselves to make the land habitable and lost their lives to creatures of the untamed forest. The second offering goes to a grave in the swamp, far to the west from here.
And the third? Or whose spirits wander near the swamp?
They buried the bodies of settlers there, intrepid sorts that tried to tame the farther reaches of Emerald Stairs wilds. The final offering should be taken to the truffle farm east of Fior, where a family lost their lives to the encroaching wilds.
Okay. We hope this will calm these angry spirits, I guess. Oh, that's what can you tell them about the final grave?
Such a tragedy. A young family lost their lives there as the wilds encroached, swallowed before they could even flee.
Well, maybe this will help you find some peace as well.
That is the least of my worries. But yes, bringing closure to the recent dead will finally allow me a good night's sleep. I can't thank you enough for helping to ease the conscience of an old lady. Please, return when the rituals are complete.
I should just be able to tell like some of the people outside the city, hey, follow me. I'm gonna put this food on these grave sites. You can just eat them. Okay, what is this? Edict of Subsistence. By order of the governor's will and offices, all greens, fruits, and grains of the earth are to be rationed by Fior's proper authority, effective immediately. These temporary measures shall be in place until further notice. Any attempts to subversion shall be swiftly dealt with. Ignacy Vidaro, Bel Souvant of Emerald Stair. Okay, so he's probably hoarding all the food, guys. Even I wouldn't be so crass as to do that.
I am not accustomed to failure.
Ugh, neither am I. But it happens to the best of us, no? They made up their minds before we even started.
Oh.
It's okay, we'll try again.
But it's the third time.
You know how it is. Their standards are impossible. It isn't personal.
Of course it's personal. It's the Animonster's workshop.
Is there something I can do to help?
Maybe we need some feedback on our proposal.
Using essence to cure male flaccidity is uncharted territory. I'm sure of our thesis.
Now you have my attention.
Excellent. That bodes well, but I'm still not convinced. Perhaps our proposal title wasn't clever enough? What do you think of this? Boning without bones, essence and the performativity of male anatomy.
Consider this. From stick to stone, using essence to augment male performance.
I like erecting the future.
That's brilliant, huh? Simply
Dude.
brilliant.
Again, this whole town is just...
It again.
Wait
Oh my
until
God.
they read this, the days of packing rope are at an end.
Okay, is there anything in here? There's that rejection. Money. There's money. Okay. Rejection letter. Thank you for your humble applications to the Animancer's workshop of Fior. We regret to inform you that admittance cannot be granted this time while your proposal of using Adra implements to siphon essence to specific genital features of male anatomy was certainly unexpected. We suggest you reconsider the suggestion for practical application. Sincerely, Per Quilici, Animancer's workshop. Oh, Quilici is the guy whose house we just went into that had the 3 notes. Okay. So that guy is the head of the Animancer's workshop. What is this over here? Party note, a note hastily scrawled but radiates with love. LM, I hope this finds you well. What an occasion, despite the lackluster fruit. You always were the life of the party, despite your claims otherwise. I look forward to more antics soon. Until we meet again, FB.
Giata, what's the meaning of this?
Look at these crops. Look at your city. The Dream Scourge is laying waste to our home.
There is no Dream Scourge in Emerald Stair.
The land begs to differ, and I can prove it.
We can discuss this in private.
We are discussing it now.
Oh, here I go getting caught up in the politics.
How can you ignore what's right in front of you? The Dream Scourge is here, in the soil, and it's killing us. Oh my goodness. Are you a godlike?
Choose your next words carefully. Calvzone, at your service.
Charmed. Forgive me for staring. It's just, we don't see many of your kind anymore.
Maybe you can talk some sense into our governor. Put the fear of the gods in him.
Seems more likely you'll have to punch some sense into him.
Excuse me, but unless you have official business, I'll thank you not to involve yourself in our private discussion.
Private? You're literally having it in the middle of the street, brother. Wow, we can raw dog him. Oh, dude. Okay, we're choosing that. That's exactly what I said. I didn't even read those. Private discussion. You're arguing in the middle of the town.
We have Giata to thank for that.
As you can see, I was just proving a point to our esteemed governor.
A cart full of spoiled vegetables. You call that a point?
Ha! Emerald Stair used to be a lush garden for miles around, and now I don't even recognize it. First came the invasive species, roots and mycelium growing overnight, as though nature itself had gone mad. The Dream Scourge has twisted our lands, our wildlife, and now our farms.
That's why I'm here. Perhaps an animancer can help me stop it.
Then there's no time to waste arguing with bureaucrats.
I like her already.
I believe that we can restore the land, bring back its soul and its sanity, cut off the Dream Scourge at the root. Our governor would rather ignore the problem. He doesn't trust animancy as his father did.
Okay. It's difficult to ignore dying farms once you start starving, but you do. What would you take for they fix this? It's difficult to ignore dying farms once you start starving.
As usual, Giatta never misses a chance to slander me. I don't ignore her concerns, only her methods.
And you still do nothing. Before we can deal with the Dream Scourge, we first need to understand it. Unfortunately, new experiments have to go through him.
Must be nice that all the arguing isn't about you.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
I'm just trying to stop Giatta from hurting herself. Animancy is dangerous when you're shooting in the dark.
Okay. She's the one taking all the risk here. I feel like maybe not. I mean, we've seen it at certain instances, people doing stuff and things just exploding. So like, I don't know. That's just asking for problems. Let me take her off your hands. I'll make sure nothing goes wrong.
I see you're unfamiliar with animancy. You don't appreciate just how dangerous that could be. Are you going to tell him about your family's basement? Or should I?
How dare you use that against me?
I know it was an accident, but look what it cost you. We can't let it happen again.
While we argue among ourselves, the Dream Scourge is tearing the living lands apart.
True.
Tearing our people apart.
True. Okay. I don't know if I click this. I'm scared I'm not gonna be able to choose one of these, but I'm gonna say if we work together, I wouldn't stand between. Let's go this. Let's ask her a question. What's your family basement?
It's nothing. Our governor is backed into a corner and lashing out. I almost respect him for it. Buy me a drink sometime, and I'll tell you all about my family's basement.
It can't be any worse than what's in my family's basement.
I doubt it. Well, Governor, looks like I'm taking some time away from my duties. I'll trouble you no more.
Your request is denied, Giatta.
I wasn't asking.
Your responsibilities are to the settlement. Turning away from them sets a precedent that I cannot allow.
Everything I have proposed has been for Fior, and you still refuse to cooperate. Under the circumstances, I don't have much of a choice.
Then neither do I. Giatta Castel, from this day forth, you are banished from Fior Messiverno.
Banished?
What?
Ignacy, we can't lose our brightest animancer in the middle of a crisis.
Your pupil has gone too far, Quilici. Take her and leave. You're still a guest in my town, but to us, Giatta is an outcast.
I don't know if we should ask her if she's okay in the middle of all this. I mean, obviously she's probably not. Let's go.
Governor, this is unacceptable. Your father would have kept this community together at any cost.
Don't bother, old man. He isn't his father. I've done all I can for Fior Messiverno. But you haven't even tried. Now limp back to your giant house like a good dog.
Oh
We
my
should talk
God.
somewhere private. Meet me at my house due west by the workshop.
Dude, she was tearing him apart. Dude, that was crazy.
I'll find us another bedroll.
Okay, well, they both can talk. That actually hurt a lot, dude. Ooh. Okay. How much of the city have we explored? So we came in here. We actually haven't explored that much. We only explored like half of it. Let's go into the governor's mansion. See if there's any loot in here. Wow, okay. This place has definitely seen better days. Like, wow, okay, anything? There's some food, but I really don't need it. That door doesn't open. Hello.
By tradition, the governor's manor is open to the public.
I would hate that. That sounds terrible. I'm just gonna barge into your bedroom real fast and just loot. Why do you have a grenade on your bedstand, dog? What? Okay. Crazy. His journal? Nice. Let's just go through it. We just break into his house. Your house is open to the public. Yes? Okay. I have sworn to the people on my family's honor that there is no dream scourge at Emerald Stair. If it exists, it cannot touch our lands. When I am alone at night, I must remind myself of that promise again and again, even if I must scream it to these empty halls. So why do I feel threads pulling away from the fabric of my community while I strain to hold them together? It's the old man and his protege, or else it's my imagination, but probably them. Mother's condition is not helping my cause, neither does the wine. Oh. Poor man just wasn't prepared for it, guys. Okay, nothing there. That leads to the balcony. Yuppers, okay. There's the governor. The final journey of Jonas, my son. Tomorrow I become the effigy. Tomorrow I become Skane's embodiment on Aora. Tomorrow my master chokes on his own whip. For months, we met by secret conclave to plot our landlord's demise, all the while working the fields as if our hearts were content. Skane teaches us to plot with the mind while keeping one's face impassive, inscrutable. Fair fights are for those with armies. The quiet slave is our whetstone, our focus. In his worship, our cause finds focus, clarity, and possibility. Tomorrow my master chokes on his own whip. By the time you read this, I will be dead. I pray Skane does not abandon me for speaking of my plotting, but a son deserves to know how his father died. For I have volunteered to be the effigy. Skane will inhabit my body, using this old farmer's simple flesh as a puppet of godly rage. I have been shaved and anointed. Tomorrow morning I will be your father in name only. My manhood will be removed, my nose and ears removed, and my useless mortal eyes will be replaced by flint stones, through which Skane might see the world. My son, I'm sorry for the lies that I've told you these past few seasons, but Skane demands secrecy. Even your mother knows nothing of my furtive service to the quiet slave. Curse my name if you must, but never weep for me, for I die for the betterment of our community, to smite our lord's corruption from the face of Aora. Tomorrow my master chokes on his own whip, for tomorrow I become the effigy. Oh my god, guys, that's dark as hell. Baron, feel thy hatred twist within thee. Feed thyself on its bile, sustain thyself on its anchor. This hatred, this bile, this anger, these shall be the tools for thy rebellion. Let thine heart seethe, there is no satisfaction in open confrontation. Hide thine hatred, let it grow, though that it may fester. Make thy plots in secret. The quiet slave stays in the shadows, his face seeks not the light. In darkness doth he work, in darkness doth he move. Rebel against those that seek to control thee. Rebel against those that wish to remove thee. Okay, guys. Skane seems kind of crazy. Estel's copy of the midwife's memoirs. This page is inscribed to my beloved Estel in celebration of your quickening. I know how our Queen of Birds comforts you. Hylia's wings bear you both on safe winds in the months to come, with your love, Maxim. My mother lived of every note of life's song. Bringing me into this world was her last verse. For this, my father scorned me and abandoned me. And for this very same fact, my town's midwife and adherent of Hylia raised me as her own. When I came of age, I learned that Hylia visits us on the screams of a woman in childbirth. When a woman dies giving life to her child, her soul is carried away and reborn as an avian attendant to Hylia's court. Through the miracle of the Queen of Birds, my mother has been with me, watching over me my whole life. I wear the fetish charm of the cloud singer, the bird I dreamt my mother become. became. My feathery trinket looks gaudy and unbecoming, but is a signal fire to women in need, and that I am a trained midwife, blessed by Hylia and living every note of life's song. The Queen of Birds wills us to shepherd new life into the world, and not, as the other gods so often desire, to end it. A follower of Magrin once mocked my faith, saying I worshipped paintbrushes and birds, piddling things beneath the gods. I do not resent the other gods and the brutal necessities that they must oversee, but it is not language, love, and the arts and creativity that which separates us from simple beasts. Hylia allows us to rise above our savage, feral selves. I'm often amused that upon seeing our holy aviaries, visitors frequently ask, "This is nice, but where is the real temple of Hylia?" Perhaps they think hollowed ground requires oppressive stonework and ceiling that hide the sky. They do not realize the Bird Queen stands not on ceremony. She makes herself manifest in the music of the birds and in the beauty of ubiquitous open sky. Hylia prefers the worship of 2 children singing over 1,000 petitioners, silently praying for victory. Sky Mother asks so little of us, and yet so much. We are charged to live every note of life's song. It surprises me on how many fail to embrace this divine calling. Anonymous letter. Governor Vidaro, all this talk of the Dream Scourge infecting the land has grown too loud to ignore. If it was just Quilicia, we could see our way past it. Call him senile and the discussion's over, yes? But now Giada is speaking for him, and you'd be hard-pressed to find an animancer who doesn't trust Giada Castel. To put it plainly, we demand results of one kind or another. Let the old man do this research or find some way to discredit him. If we're lucky, he'll discredit himself. What are you afraid of, Ignacy, we wonder? Either way, this has to end. It's tearing us apart. Your father would have put a stop to this by now. With patience, your friends in town. Governor, my research points to an inevitable conclusion. The harvest will fail. Before you ignore me again, read on, listen. My father spoke of a river of souls flowing through the island. The souls feed our crops and power our machines. We agree on that much. But what do you think happens when the river gets polluted? If you don't believe me, look at your own farms. The soil is hollow. It might even have the dream scourge. The time has come to break the bones of the living lands and set them in a more agreeable fashion. It may be Fior's only hope. We shall discuss this in person. I'm confident you'll see reason. Best, Giada. Okay, guys. This one is just gonna be a little bit. I'm choosing not to read this one. I'm just gonna. Y'all can pause and read. Oh, you can pause and read. Oh my god, dude, this is so long. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of Animance, you know, doesn't scream like good guy stuff, but at a certain point, this is the last book, right? Okay, so this is just how that calendar got made, right? Okay, hold on, I'll read this. Named after the inventor who studied the motion of the stars, Erosio's calendar replaces its less practical predecessor in 2680 AI. The Adirian calendar was steeped in tradition of its post-tribal kingdom, and included days of reverence devoted to political stations long since rendered obsolete. According to Erosio's observations, Aora takes 334 days of 27 hours each to orbit the sun. He divided the 16 months of 20 days each, equally by their seasons. Whether or not it's coincidence with the Adirian calendar, farms and smaller communities traditionally reserved 3 days for prayer and preparation between each season. Erosio factored these days into his calendar as well as those reserved for celebrating the beginning and the midpoint of the year. The names of the months and the adjacent days of celebration are listed below with Valiant tradition. There's the new year. I believe we've read about most of these. This is just listing all the months. Yeah. Okay. Pretty good. Governor.
I'm sorry you had to witness that spectacle. Giada is a spirited animancer, but she can be intolerable at times. Whatever you may think of us, I welcome you to Fior Messivel.
Why don't you listen to them?
Quilici wants us panicking over what he can't even prove. If there's a threat to Emerald Stair, it's that old man and his fear-mongering. Don't waste your time on him.
Why are you so afraid of him?
He was loyal to my father, but never to me. And he knows how to rally others to his side.
This Nimdude wouldn't see a Balrog coming if it did a little dance right in front of him.
If there's nothing more, I have a city to run.
Did you know Elder Rosanna has been leaving food out for the deceased?
The short answer is yes, I'm aware. And I've tolerated it, up to a point. We are a community of animancers. Among other things, we have a healthy respect of the dead. I have no wish to anger the departed, but then again, my first responsibility is to the living.
I just thought you should know.
There's nothing wrong with staying informed. Thank you, Envoy.
Okay, wow, we really shut him down by being kind of aggressive. The question is, I think if I open this door, I'm gonna find this guy's mother. Is his mother in here?
I've got a powerful feeling we weren't supposed to see this.
Oh yeah? Letter to my son. Ignacy, I write this in a moment of clarity. Before he left us, your father was a proud, stubborn, and wonderful man. Let me offer you a word of advice on his behalf. Those who rule with power are destined to be overthrown by power. Those who rule with heart are destined to be cherished long after they're gone. I can feel the frog drifting back over my thoughts. Goodbye, Ignacy. Hopefully not for long. Your mother, Aestel. Shivering wings, gnashing teeth, chew through the dirt. Where are my hands, Ignacy? Where are my hands? Oh my god. I don't want to interact with her. The Valen Republic swindled me out of my son Greta Ducala, denied me my born right to lead Spirinto's government, and I would not take such insults lying down. Skane was behind me all along, whispering in my ear, caressing my shoulder with skinless fingers. Together we sowed a revolution. Now you can actually taste the fruits it bore. I can only imagine the day Spirinto awoke to discover that the empty halls of the Academia, the pillaged libraries. Where did our brightest minds go? Where are the animancers? They blamed me, yet they had no one to blame but themselves. We journeyed to the Republic, or we journeyed to this frontier in defiance of the Valian Republics. We remained because our community is a living revolution, the proof that we can thrive without the golden chain around our necks. Oh shoot, guys. She's definitely touched, brother. She's also wide awake. I see now. But that's even more curious as to why he's denying the fact that dreams. He's probably just doing it because she's like, it can't be real because his mother's infected and she's gonna lose herself. That's real sad, guys. Oh man.
Come on. My invention is guaranteed to enlarge your essence.
Oh really?
A moment of your time, my friend. Tell me, what do you know about your soul?
Not as much as I would like.
Correct. Your soul is an ancient, wondrous thing, suffused with lifetimes of rich, delicious memory. But it's tired, my friend, heavy with the burden of generations and too weak to survive another turning of the wheel.
And how much do I pay you to lighten my soul?
That's the beauty of it. The first treatment's on the house. The moment you entered the city, I calibrated my invention to the highest setting and attuned it to your soul. So tell me, how do you feel? Better already, huh?
You used some ridiculous machine on my soul? I feel fine, I guess.
Another skeptic? Oh well. I can see my talents are wasted here. No charge for the treatment. Best of luck with your soul.
I feel like she's a swindler.
Thing for sticking your head in the bear's mouth, don't you?
Hey, bro. Nothing journey, nothing ventured, nothing gained. You know what I'm saying? What's in here? Hello.
Would you care for a
refreshment?
Oh, you're the one that she's sweet on. Hello.
If you are looking for sanctuary, you have found it. The Gifted Magpie is a house of calm, rational discussion. We have only 2 rules of conduct. Maintain dignity and speak in a soft tone of voice.
So the opposite of what I heard at the governor's mansion.
Indeed. There is a reason I prefer to keep the doors closed. Animancers are miracle workers, but their work breeds obsession, rivalry, and bitter disagreement.
I really just came for a cup of tea. I'm gonna see a lot of animancers around here. Well, duh.
Their anxiety keeps me in business. This tea house is where troubled minds come to approach problems from a quieter angle.
Speaking of which, sounds like you're running a public service.
Fior Mesiverno values individualism, but I much prefer to focus on the health of the community.
Good lad.
Now, will there be anything else?
Why is this place called the Gifted Magpie?
Believe it or not, this building was once my father's grain warehouse.
Oh.
One day, a magpie landed on the rafters and spoke fluent Valian to anyone who would listen.
What did it say?
Among other things, it told my father the recipe for a blueberry tart. Popular item until the recent troubles. Helia is the goddess of birds and creativity. Yes, the spiritual significance of a talking magpie is debatable. But the tale inspired others to make this a haven of creativity. And so, here we are.
What happened to the magpie?
Who knows? Either it flew away on bad business, or it was just a metaphor to begin with. A good story knows where to end itself. The bad ones all end in grief.
Uh-huh.
Regrettably, we are out of tea. My stockpile is exhausted, and the harvest has not kept up with demand. We have other goods for sale, if you care to peruse them. Trinkets I have collected over the years.
Sure. Cool. Well, treasure map, of course. Not really interested. How much are those? 90 a piece. Whew, expensive. I'm not gonna tell him that she has a crush on him. I'm gonna go see if we can talk to her later. There's another shop over here. There's a plant somewhere right here. Oh, are you the shopkeep? No. I was like, what? Journal of Valentio Casanova. Ooh. Among enigmatic notes in the scribbles is a brief excerpt that catches your attention. I've gained much in my last initiative, and I have enjoyed it myself despite my misgivings. Still, soon will come the day when I no longer need to court either of them, and I do long to return to my sweet solitude. Until then, however, I must work. While Sinia's work remains inscrutably meticulous, I have liberated the innovations I feel that would be most beneficial to my own goals. And while I bristle at Isalia's continued frivolity, her insights under the influence of drink have proven that her notes contain value that I could not find elsewhere. It could be that it could be said that neither deserves the ill that I am doing to them, but I argue that both will benefit by seeing their work brought to light, even if the credit is never received where it's due. Okay. Guys, I'm gonna be right back. Sorry about that, guys. I tried to tough it out, but man, the bathroom was calling. I just been chugging water to stay hydrated. Ooh, a bone and boar. Hey, sir, you look you're having issues.
Look out for her, Fidelio. How hard could that have been?
Can I help you?
If I could help myself, do you think I'd be in here?
True.
I don't mean that. I have a lot on my plate.
A burden shared is a burden lifted, you know.
Well, I suppose the worst I can do at this point is waste your time. I'm Fidelio, Lieutenant Fidelio Sarat. I lead one of our ranger outfits. At least, for now, it is.
For now, that sounds ominous.
We were helping with the recovery effort until we hit a snag. My two youngest rangers were supposed to report back from their rounds. I assumed they'd turn up. But it's been 3 days now. They're still not here.
Oh, 3 days is a little late to start looking for them, brother.
If you met them, you'd understand. They're so besotted, it's a wonder they report at all. Belena and Adelaro were my most promising recruits. Now, all they do is sneak off to...
Do Fioro stuff, yeah. Yeah, do stuff in... Wow, okay, there's... I love how all of these are just different variations, like, you're different, like, bluntness of them. Dip the pen in the inkwell.
I wouldn't have put it that way, but all right.
Well, there's worse places to make the four-legged beast. I promise you that.
New recruits running off with each other.
That's a new saying right there.
This brings me back.
Hey, you trying to make a four-legged beast, brother?
I never thought they had any cause for concern.
Oh.
They always found their way back eventually, but they haven't this time. They're out there, all alone, and they could be in danger, and
You don't have to explain yourself. I'd be worried about my charges too.
The last time I saw them, I sent them to patrol the northern riverbed. If you go that way, please, keep an eye out for them. I'm losing my mind in here.
Two young Nemdutin wandering out by a river. Consider them found.
Maybe
Nice.
we don't know. Pour you a drink, good night.
Oh, what's up, Xavi?
Well, I'll be a godlike in the bone and bore. Apologies for the ruckus outside. The Animancers never know when to shut their mouths.
I find it entertaining to watch. Or every town has its quirks, I would know.
Sounds like you've traveled a fair bit. Although even by Fior standards, tensions are at a breaking point. Except Giata and Quilici, that is. They are the only Animancers taking the Dream Scourge seriously.
No taking the Dream Scourge. What do you think?
You see this pub? No one here is an Animancer. We are Fior as a labor. Rangers, farmers, and the sentries. We've all heard the rumors from outside. Animals gone mad. Terrors stalking the wilderness day and night.
Oh my god. The stories are true. I've seen it myself.
Berth's bells, of course. If Emerald Stair runs out of food, we are in dire straits anyway. We've had crops fail before, but never food rations. The governor says it's just a temporary precaution, but I am not buying it. So, we ought to drink while we can. Agreed? Anything I can get you?
Yeah, well, let's see what's going on. I want all your lockpicks. Thank you.
Welcome back, envoy.
Ooh, a letter. Adelaro, my love, I want to see you again with our patrol tomorrow night. What about our patrol tomorrow night? The woods will give us some privacy. Don't breathe a word to Aina, though. She went straight to the captain last time. Belena. Oh, wow, okay. There's also another shop up there. Have I already been to this one? I don't think so, no.
Ado, welcome to my fine establishment.
What up, Stefan?
Well, I was not expecting such an esteemed
Please have a
guest in my
gun.
humble workshop. Are you in need of any weapons or armor? The roads haven't been safe as of late.
Do Animancers have such useful weapons and armor?
Nay, not really. But not all of us in Fior are Animancers, you know. Besides humble craftsmen such as myself, we have the Rangers to outfit. Under normal circumstances, I'd not sell to a traveler like yourself. But as I'm sure you've seen, these are not normal circumstances. Care to see what I have?
Yes. It's not unique though. I was hoping for a unique Aquibouche. I'm looking for a unique Aquibouche. Fantastic for a stun build. Unfortunately, I'm not doing that. It's crazy that you can just buy tier 3 armor though. That's crazy. More lockpicks. Okay. Do I have anything to sell? The common Aquibouche, this, those, that. Nice. Okay. We have done a fair bit of trading, a fair bit of yapping. I've got 4 minutes, guys. We're gonna run back to the first shop, see if I can bring up. We got some stuff to bring up, okay? One, we discovered that the governor's mother is infected with the Dream Scourge. I wonder if we can bring that up to Giada. And 2, we're gonna bring up the fact that this chick likes the.
Welcome back. What can I get you?
Okay,
Come back anytime.
it's not my place to be saying that, but it's an option that we're going to, guys. This is probably gonna go horribly.
A pleasure
But, like,
to share your company again, traveler.
Did you know Abrita has a crush on you?
What? I mean, I'm sorry. What? Could you possibly elaborate?
The 2 more people are attracted. Well, when the 2 people are attracted to each other, you know.
Not that. I know all about that. Well, maybe I only know a little. It's just that these sorts of things happen to other people, but never me. I wouldn't even know where to start.
Start by. Oh, wait, Kai, any advice?
You're overthinking this. Invite her around for a cup of tea.
That's what we are,
It
yeah.
seems I need to gather my wits and figure out what to do next. I have no skill with romance, you see. Oh dear.
Okay, we'll be back
Until
later.
next time, traveler.
Okay, well, that went
I
great.
have been thinking about
Okay, this is the workshop, yes? Yeah, so we have so much stuff to do, guys. Yeah, look at that map, brother. We are going to be busy next episode. I'm gonna go ahead.
Did not go as I had planned.
What did you think would happen when you confronted him so?
Well, my first idea was to mess up his house. Maybe break a window or two.
Perhaps I should thank you for showing restraint.
Hello.
I'm sorry you had to see that. What an asshole.
Giada, some manners, if you please.
Why start now?
We're on the verge of extinction, but our governor is too busy protecting his fragile ego.
Okay, so it didn't. Okay, so it's not. I can't just come and tell them. I wonder if I talked to her if it would have done something. He must have his reasons.
I can think of one. He's an entitled little worm who can't stand to be proven wrong.
You did challenge his authority.
I know, but... curses. Without Fior Messiverno, I'm hardly even an animancer. My tools, the workshop, all gone.
Can we still fight the Dream Scourge?
We'll have fewer resources to work with, but anything's possible. At least now I'm free to study whatever I want, on my terms. The Dream Scourge has been a thorn in my side for too long.
You talk like you have a vendetta against it.
In a way, I do. I have plans for this island, and they don't involve the Dream Scourge. But that's a story for another day.
Your parents would be proud to see such tenacity.
Anyway, listen to us babble. Let's talk about you. I never expected to see an Adiran envoy here. You've got a lot of guts showing your face in a town full of animancers.
Not everyone in Adir hates animancy.
We will set aside our differences for the greater good, won't we, Giata?
Our first order of business is the Dream Scourge, but I'm also curious about you. There aren't many godlike left these days.
People keep reminding me.
Sorry. I only bring it up because Anamancy might offer us some insight into your nature. Keep an open mind. While I pack up my belongings, you can help me by... I don't even know. I just realized this is the end. I have to leave Fior Messiverno.
You'll be back.
Forever.
Nothing ends. For this is the new beginning with new friends.
Some people don't find out who they really are until they leave home.
You'll be alright. My advice, find a good tavern and learn how to prepare squirrel over an open flame.
Maybe not that.
Maybe if I focus on what I have gained, I can learn to accept everything I've lost. When it comes to the Dream Scourge, we haven't been allowed to acknowledge the problem, much less act on a solution. Today, that changes. I need help from the Animancers around town, but as you can see, I'm an outcast.
Let's see. Maybe I'll have better luck.
I hope so, because we're running out of options. Manto Pastor is in the workshop due west. He's got an invention that can help us. Elia Rossell is an authority on the undead. Her methods are controversial, but useful. She lives in a cottage southeast of town.
I think we talked to her.
And then there's Yvette and Remy, our philosophers. You'll find them at the docks, southeast of Fior.
Met those people too.
Each of them owes me a favor. Drop my name and they'll tell you what they know about the Dream Scourge.
Okay. So what is your theory on the Dream Scourge anyway?
I'd rather not speculate until we have more data.
No fun.
If you have questions, I'm sure the others can answer them. We're about to make history. But first, research.
Okay, well.
Not much of a hunter.
Careful!
I want to get extra rations next time we go shopping.
Godlike, Imperial Envoy,
really?
Research Assistant. Who knew?
When did that happen?
Okay, everybody. That's the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed. Like I said, I am sick, but I refuse to let it keep me down, okay? I refuse. I want to play this game. I want to make content, so I'm going to. Obviously my voice still a little rough, a little I don't even got like the cool gruff. I got like I don't even know what's going on. Like I can't even explain how my voice is different, but I can feel it, you know, and I'm sure y'all can hear it. But we're toughing it out, and I'm gonna keep this ball rolling. I really think I'm gonna record for a long time. It's like I said, I'm not so much rushing the game. I'm sure you can see my gameplay. I'm really taking my time trying to explore the stuff. But I am putting in the hours because I do have more games coming in the future that I need to make sure my schedule is open for. Like especially World of Warcraft. That's gonna become a very prominent thing on the channel come the end of February into March. I'm really going to be cranking those kinds of videos out. If you've been enjoying the amount of content I'm putting out on the weekends, you know, let me know. That I would appreciate some input. If you prefer me to go slower, I can also do that, but you know, just let me know. Do y'all like the spamming of like 7 videos in a single day, or would you prefer me to do 1 video a day for like 2 months for a playthrough? You know, give me some input. If anybody sees this, really, I mean, I'll be surprised if anybody watches the end of the video. But if you're here, hey, I appreciate you. You rock. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm going to get this uploaded right now.